It's Off the Beaten Path Podcast with me, Ben Merritt. And you won't be hearing any of that here.
Sleep just like a kid. I've been hiding from the memories of the things that I once did, but I don't want to be defined by them no more. All I get is this one little life you see. What I want is the freedom to just be me. There's no place in this world quickly. If you blink your eyes, you'll miss the beauty of the whole world. Don't forget to move your hips. You make your plans, but baby, I hope you will not forget the greatest things don't come without the risk. All I get is this one little life you see. What I want is the freedom to just be me. There's no place in this world I would rather be than here in your arms. All of my good friends, let's get together. I still believe it. We're chasing forever. This is the season. I need you around. Nobody's leaving till the sun's coming out. All of my good friends, let's get together. I still believe it. We're chasing forever. This is the season. I need you around. Nobody's leaving till the sun's coming out. All of my good friends, let's get together. I still believe it. We're chasing forever. This is the season. I need you around. Nobody's leaving till the sun's coming out. All I get is this one little life you see. What I want is the freedom to just be me. There's no place in this world I would rather be than here in your arms.
Off the Beaten Path Podcast with me, Ben Merritt. There you go. That is the Diddy Governors, and their tune Morning Light off the album Hearts on Fire. And they kind of said that the album pretty much just wrote itself, as a matter of fact. They've been working on it for a little over, 8 months, I think they said. But it kind of just grew and became easy. Like, the worst part was getting the words down. Like, honestly, they knew what they were going to sing about. They knew what they were doing because they've been living the life for the last 8 years. So they kind of knew exactly what they wanted to put down. And it's been a big last 12 months for the guys of the Diddy Governors. They've opened for bands like Wilco, the Black Crowes, Train, Need to Breathe, and Zach Brown Band. And they've appeared at Bonnaroo and South by Southwest, and they've been on a lot of network television as well. So the guys of the Dirty Governors, and I'm saying it just the way it's spelled, actually, the Dirty Governors, GUV''NAHS. The Dirty Governors, coming out of Knoxville. There you go. Check them out. Again, they're very, very good. Ben Merritt taking you all the way through some brand new stuff. Again, introducing you to some brand new country music out there that's a little off the beaten path. And so off the beaten path is today's special guest that they had to create their own subgenre. You'll meet the originators of punk grass, or at least half of the originators of punk grass, in Tony from Grace and Tony. So Tony will stop by in just a little bit, let us know exactly what punk grass and also maybe what's dangling over his head at the moment too. So I've played these guys before, Sons of Fathers. They got a brand new tune out right now. It's called Hell and Back. Again, these guys are fantastic. I love Sons of Fathers. It's kind of a weird way to say it, but yeah, everybody, at least all guys, are sons of fathers, I guess. Anyway, so again, very cool stuff, brand new tune. Again, Hell and Back is the name of the song, and it's right here on Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
Hell and back, hell and back. I've been through that, I've been through that. Hell and back, hell and back. I've been through that, I've been through that. From the streets of New York City to the delta of the Nile, people been going through hell and back for a long, long while. For a long, long while. Hell and back, hell and back. I've been through that, I've been through that. Hell and back, hell and back. I've been through that, I've been through that. Well, I know it's been a long time coming. It's great to see you smile. 'Cause you've been going through hell and back for a long, long while. For a long, long while. Hell and back, hell and back. I've been through that, I've been through that. Hell and back, hell and back. I've been through that, I've been through that. I've been through that, I've been through that. I've been through that, I've been through that. I've been through that, I've been through that.
It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
Well, I've seen the rain come and go, didn't quench my soul. I've seen the streets filled with blood and the howl of a whistling gun. I thought my time was your time, and now the baseball fields are closed. You can sit around and wonder why you're alone and you don't even know. show you everything you need to know. Said the road has let me beat down and road, then I gotta get home. I thought my time was your time, and now the baseball field took a load. You can sit around and wonder why you're alone and you don't even know. Show you where we can grow old. I thought my time was your time, and now the baseball fields are closed. You can sit around and wonder why you're alone and you don't even know.
Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. The Wheeler Brothers, truly a family experience with 3 out of the 5 guys having the last name of Wheeler. That is the tune My Time off the album Gold Boots Glitter. And kind of an interesting story on how that one got started. Now, I say blisteringly cold because that's how they're quoting it, but started on a blisteringly cold evening in Wichita, Kansas, where the guys were holed up in a hotel for a couple of days, and they just really started kind of going, all right, well, let's start working on the next thing because we can't go outside. I say that with a grain of salt because northern Wisconsin, we hit negative 58. That's degrees Fahrenheit for my international listeners, by the way. So, but it's kind of funny because, well, I mean, hey, extreme conditions, you're looking for something to do, you're a band, write some new music, right? Right. So they eventually, they just rolled out a bunch of new tunes. They were just throwing around ideas. So they completely immersed themselves in the recording process, though. No cell phones. Where they were, there was no cell phone signal, and that's the best way to do it, I guess. Just kind of dive right in. So there you go, though. The Wheeler Brothers, that one is pretty darn good. Ben Merritt again, taking you all the way through some brand new stuff, introducing you to some brand new country music that maybe you've never heard of before. I know a couple of the bands you've heard of before, but this is new stuff from those bands. This is one of them. The Humming House. Again, I've played Cold Chicago for you. I think I did Gypsy Django as well. Well, now they've got a new tune out, and it's called Freight Train. This is off their second album. Again, they're fresh off of the recording process with this one, and they're about ready to hit the road hard. They played over 150 dates, and they're currently looking to make that a whole lot more. Out on the road with the Carolina Chocolate Drops, Justin Towns Earl, the Steep Canyon Rangers, Jason Isbell, Brandy Carlisle, Lyle Lovitz, Ricky Skaggs, Bruce Hornsby. Again, big names across the world for country music and for Americana as well. And these guys kind of fit into that Americana. But it's a mixture of all kinds of things. Americana, bluegrass, soul, traditional Irish music thrown in there as well. So here you go. This is the brand new one from Humming House. This is Freight Train on Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
strap in your traveling cap and your thrift store shoes. I'll go get my cowboy boots, 'cause we are gonna move. I was feeling shy until I realized that I was being a fool. All 'cause you were calm and you were cool, and all I had to do was move. Now I'm feeling like a freight train. That's how I'm feeling lately. While the scenery is changing, girl, you got me on the move. The countryside is just flying by this old window pane. Oh, it's looking like an Irish day. Oh, it's green and it's gray. Now our toes are tapping to all the clicking and the clacking of this railroad line. Keeping rhythm, keeping rhyme, oh, just keeping them in line. Now I'm feeling like a freight train. That's how I'm feeling lately. All the scenery is changing. Girl, you got me on the move. Oh, I'm feeling like a freight train. That's how I'm feeling lately. All the scenery is changing. Girl, you got me on the move. Oh, I said, oh, I'm tongue-tied, wide-eyed, over the moon. I got nothing to lose. I got a ticket for two. Oh, I'm tongue-tied, wide-eyed, over the moon. I got nothing to lose. I got a ticket for two. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I got a ticket for you. Whoa, I said.
Off the Beaten Path podcast
He's my husband. You just don't know it yet.
with me, Ben Merritt. Like us on Facebook.com/OTBP podcast. Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. And the beautiful thing about my job and, well, this little project that I've been working on for a little over a year and a half now is I get to meet and talk to some of the coolest new bands out there. And this is one of them that I think is one of the cooler ones because they created their own subgenre. This is Grace and Tony, and I've got Tony White on the line. Tony, how are you, sir?
Doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing all right. And Tony, before we get anywhere further into this interview, I have to ask you the two easy icebreaker questions. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right. Question number one, where are you right now? And feel free to be as specific or non-specific as you would like to be.
I am in my car, and I just got through dropping off the kids at their grandparents. So on my way back to my house.
Well, there you go. That's kind of nice. The kids get to hang out with the grandparents, and you're going to be a little spoiled by the time you get home probably, right?
Yeah, they normally are. Right.
That's what grandparents are good for, so...
Right, yeah.
All right. And question number two is really going to set the tone of the whole interview. So here we go. Are you ready?
Ready.
What are you wearing right now? I want to know how comfortable you're going to be during the interview process. So.
All right, I got some old jeans on. I got a pair of Vans and a band T-shirt.
What band?
Horror Vacui out of Nashville, Tennessee.
There you go. See, a little cross promotion. Now, next time they do an interview, they're going to have to talk about you.
Well, that would be great considering they've broken up. So.
Oh, well, there you go. Me learning more about new bands out there.
Yeah, so this is a collector's item now.
Very cool. It'd be like vintage collector's item kind of thing. That's nice.
That's right.
All right, so there you go. Tony White from Grace and Tony here on Off the Beaten Path podcast, and Tony, I mentioned how you guys have created kind of your own subgenre. I've been reading about the movement of punk grass that you guys have kind of thrown together. I like basically the four root genres of music that you put together, and I'm not going to lie to you, listening to your EP and your album out there, I'm liking the way punk grass sounds.
So thank you very much. That's it kind of created itself.
Yeah, you were saying that it's kind of an organic, unforced, compilation of, what is it, bluegrass, punk music, Texas swing, and folk. Is that right?
Among others, yes.
Now, it kind of grew out of the fact that, do you mind if I tout who your semi-famous brother is? Because this will kind of put it in perspective of the musical background a little bit, maybe, or no?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
All right. Tony is brothers with John Paul White of the Civil Wars, and I think that's kind of tells, and also obviously Grace's musical background kind of builds on the gospel and bluegrass feel that you guys have, and then your distinct background was in punk music. Am I right?
Yes, I was in a punk band just before Grace and I met, but also a lot of heavy music, a lot of hardcore music, and then all the way back to hair metal and grunge. Growing up. So.
Well, it's kind of an interesting compilation of, Grace being in the gospel southern, bluegrass feel, and you heavy metal. And how did you guys get together like that?
Well, don't let her fool you. Grace is pretty big into metal and hardcore music herself. We're both we like music that's good. So it doesn't really, it's not really specific to a certain genre. But anyway, I knew who Grace was through some mutual friends, and I was coming out of a band, a punk band, and was in between things, and so I knew that she was a great musician, and I reached out, asked her if she wanted to come for a jam. She came over, and we kind of clicked on a lot of different levels, and we've been together ever since.
Yeah, I was about to say, you've clicked on more than just the musical, inspiration levels. You guys are married now, right?
Yep, we were married July 27th.
Well, congratulations, and that's kind of awesome that music has built the relationship and brought you guys together like that.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's taken us all over the world, and places we never dreamed we would go or want to go. So it's been pretty amazing. Now,
at the time that we're recording this, I know that you guys just wrapped up a string through Canada. Where else have you guys gone to?
We're actually about to head to Canada.
Oh,
haven't
okay.
been there yet, but we'll be doing the Winnipeg Folk Fest in July. So we'll do a run of shows on the way up and back. As far as where we've been, a lot of East Coast. We have a label and booking agency based on the East Coast in the Northeast, and we toured the UK last year. And obviously a lot in the South, and as of November we'll be getting out to the New Mexico, California area, so that will be a first, and just trying to spread the word a little bit.
Very cool. I see also that you guys, am I right in seeing that you'll be hitting my hometown of Ann Arbor, Michigan with the Carolina Chocolate Drops too?
We definitely will. We're looking forward to that one. Also,
yeah,
a lot of family in Michigan, actually.
Wow, very cool. Yeah, that should be a very fun show with Grace and Tony and the Carolina Chocolate Drops. I think that's going to be a fun one. So.
Oh, it always is.
All right. Well, I got Grace and Tony White on the line. Tony, I'm digging the new album November, and it came out in November. Is that right?
That's right.
Then I like it when it plays on words. I like that when it matches up and things like that. So.
Yeah, we're very creative.
Yeah, and then we'll hear the song, actually, November, and we'll talk about the album in a little bit, but I want to hear you talk to me about The Chameleon, one of the songs on the album.
Right. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Tell me a little bit about what the songwriting process was for that one.
The song right there, I wanted to write a story that I think a lot of people can relate to, a story of someone who is kind of blown their own chance at happiness and see happiness other places and in other people, and they they kind of become what people need them to be. And so that was the original idea of a man that goes from town to town, and when he's discovered, he moves on to the next town. And but when we shot the video, it took on a whole new meaning, and the chameleon himself actually decides that he wants to become me, so he can take Grace off my hands. So yeah, if you haven't seen the video, you might want to see that. It's a very interesting and disturbing piece.
Very. That sounds like a very interesting storyline to follow along for a music video. So, all right.
Yeah, that one was a lot of fun. I do die in this video, but I'm back in the next one. So I'm told.
Yeah, I don't know if half of the band can die out in the video and not come back. I mean, that would be pretty.
You know, you'd be surprised. Grace really does hold this thing together. But she might be fine without me.
Well, I'm not really a marriage counselor, so I'm not going to be able to help you with that one, maybe. But we'll talk about that, I guess, while we listen to the song, or everybody else listens to the song. Here it is. This is the Chameleon from Grace and Tony here on Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
I drive away another town, another place, a town that's begging to call me its own. A town that's been awaiting me to be who they need me to be. Another job for the chameleon. My life has been shot, cursed from the start. I've had my chance to shine so. I feel myself start to evolve, blend to fit the colors that surround me. Put me to the test, show me a damsel in distress, or a colored man with sins upon his chest. My life has been shot, cursed from the start. I've had my chance to shine so. The nightmares come to me of a long forgotten scene, running from the man I used to be, and it's driven me to become the words to this song. When I found out that they found me out to be what I can be, saddle up my bags and ride away to a road that I cannot live down in a blind and unsuspecting town. Light, camera, action, and I'm gone. 2, 3, 4. My life has been shot, cursed from the start. I've had my chance to shine, so I do what I can for my fellow man. I am
Off the Beaten Path podcast. Meet Ben Merritt. There you go. From Grace and Tony, that is the Chameleon. And I've got Tony White on the line. Tony, sir, how are you?
Doing well.
All right. Any frantic messages from the grandparents yet? Have you heard the text message go off on your phone of, like, you forgot to leave
not
something?
Not yet.
All right. Because usually it's like, you forgot to leave a change of clothes or something like that. So.
Well, I've been blessed with two very well-behaved kids, so that's been awesome.
Well, excellent. All right, then. All right, Tony. Again, we've heard the Chameleon, so we've heard one song off the album. We'll talk about the album itself. But before anybody can become like a super fan, they got to know how to follow you on all of your social media outlets. So this is the Pimp Yourself portion of the show. Tell us how people can become big fans of Grace and Tony and how they can follow you guys along throughout your illustrious careers.
All right, it's not hard to do. We're pretty much everywhere. We have Twitter handle Grace and Tony, and then we have Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Vine. What else do we have? Snapchat. We've got it all. We really find ways to connect with our fans, and we also have. You can reach us at graceandtonymusic.com. And another cool thing that we have going is called Grace and Tony Green Room Session.
Oh, yeah?
And theboot.com has been nice enough to host this series for us, and it's basically us doing jam sessions with artists that as we are touring in the green room. It might be a cover or an interesting take on one of our songs or their songs, and these are released on the 1st and the 15th of every month from theboot.com, and I'll go ahead and give you a little teaser that we have a very special guest for June 1st, so you might want to tune into that one. I can't give it away, though.
Oh, now everybody's going to be like, oh, no, who is it? So that'd be kind of cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Having the boot on your back, that's pretty good, too. That's a pretty big website for country music.
Yeah, they were very nice to do that for us.
Excellent. All righty, sir. Also, I haven't heard of many bands that have Snapchat. That's kind of cool that you got a Snapchat for the fans to follow along.
Yeah, we thought that there would be some interesting ways to run that. So it's in the experimentation phase right now.
Excellent. Well, good luck on that one then. So very cool.
Thank you.
All right, now it's time to hit the nuts and bolts. It's time to talk about the album that came out in November, called November, and then we'll get to talk about the song November. Tell us a little bit about the whole album writing process, what it was like to get in the studio and work, a full-length album with Grace.
This album right here, we didn't take a whole lot of chances. These were songs that we had written and kind of battle-tested out on the road and knew the crowds were responding well to. One thing that we did a little differently on this one was we added players, and that was a lot of fun. A lot of our favorite musicians played on this album, and it was just a natural progression. This one was from the first one as songwriters and lots of stories that we needed to tell.
Now, the EP that came out, Inside the 7-Track Mind, you guys, was it just you and Grace that were in the recording studio then?
It was, yeah, no extra overdubbing. Pretty much those things were recorded the way that we do them on stage live.
Wow. All right. Well, that's a completely different kind of an experience, I guess. So you got a little bit of both now. Which one did you prefer doing?
We prefer the new way. We've always wanted to just be in a band, and as we start to progress a little, we are able to afford musicians now. I mean, we have a cellist that travels with us now, and that has really affected our songwriting, as we write for what's next.
Well, cool. Definitely. The bigger the budget, the bigger the sound, I guess, right?
That's right.
It's all about the mighty dollar, and it's all about the art too. That's the most important part.
You got it.
All right, Tony, tell us about the tune "November." We've heard about the album. Now, tell us about the title track.
That song was written. I wrote that song to tell the story of me kind of at a place in my life that I really wasn't proud of, or in meeting Grace and Grace coming along and kind of saving my life. So that's kind of our love story right there.
Well, I don't know if there's any sweeter, more romantic thing to say than that. That's pretty much the best way to put it.
Yeah, that's been the one for us. It's been cool that was the one that got a little buzz around it, and CMT and GAC and Zeus Country and these places that helped to spread the word a little. And like I said, it was cool that it happened to be our love story.
Excellent. Well, sir, I appreciate you taking some time out and getting on the podcast with me. Much more love to Grace and Tony on the moving forward in your progression. Hopefully we hear a lot more coming out of you guys. And again, thank you for hanging out here on Off the Beaten Path podcast.
Oh, thanks for having me. I think I should mention that the album is available on iTunes. Might be a good thing to mention there. So
Yeah.
One last little plug there.
Definitely. The seven track Mind is available on iTunes too, or no?
Yeah, you can get them both there.
There you go. Search for Grace and Tony on iTunes. Look for Inside a 7-Track Mind, the EP, and November, the album. Again, Tony White, thank you very much, sir, for your time. And let's dive into it. Here's November. It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
Broken bones dragging along, humming empty words to empty songs, falling through the motions to a level I have never known. These were disappointed eyes, live by burning bridges all around, left alone with what I saw for years and years and years. I was living right where I belong, and then something happened just along the way. Something picked me up and dragged me through those days, and I was wrong when I decided I would never meet somebody like you. You saved this life. Suddenly a chemistry, good and bad begin to work into one. Dreams of happiness are blown away by total bliss. No, never held a love I never known. And then something happened just along the way. Something picked me up and dragged me through those days. And I was wrong when I decided I would never meet somebody like you. You saved this life. And then something happened just along the way. Something picked me up and dragged me through those days. And I was wrong when I decided I would never meet somebody like you. You saved this life. You saved this life. This life.
Off the Beaten Path podcast
Fresh new country.
at OTBP podcast.
Heard that you were talking about me. Heard you had a smile on your face while you cried. Everybody's walking around it, but I just had to laugh at the truth in your lies, lies, lies. Play your part, know your lines. If they ask, we'll both say, yeah, we're doing fine. Airing out your dirty laundry, hanging all your so-called friends out to dry, dry, dry. Say you want your independence. 3 years gone, so hard to find, find, find. What goes up comes around. It's so hard to get your feet off the ground. You came crashing through the window, and it gave away so fast. All I hear now is the wind blow, riding shotgun through the past. You came crashing through the window, and it gave away so fast. All I hear now is the wind blow, riding shotgun through the past. Heading back to Carolina, hanging out in Tennessee for a while, while. Always nowhere to find you, guessing at your repartee in your lines, lines, lines. What goes up comes around. It's so hard to get your feet off the ground. Came crashing through the window, and it gave away so fast. All I hear now is the wind blow, riding shotgun through the past. Came crashing through the window, and it gave away so fast. All I hear now is the wind blow, riding shotgun through the past. Came crashing through the window, and it gave away so fast. All I hear now is the wind blow, riding shotgun through the past. Came crashing through the window, and it gave away so fast. All I hear now is the wind blow, riding shotgun through the past.
Off the Beaten Path podcast, me, Ben Merritt. There is the Band of Heathens off of the Sunday morning record. That one is called Shotgun. Ben Merritt again, trying to introduce you to some brand new country music that's out there. And tell you the truth, sometimes the new and the old and the rock and the country and the folk and the Americana all kind of blends together. And that's what you get with the Band of Heathens. Again, they kind of look like a band from the 60s and 70s. They sound like a country rock band. Again, it's a little bit of everything, and it's a little bit of beautiful, and it's a little bit of exciting new country music out there. Again, the Band of Heathens, Sunday morning record. and that was Shotgun. Ben Merritt, again, thank you to Tony from Grace and Tony for stopping by and explaining how things are and what things are in the world of punk grass these days. Again, you get a chance, you take a listen to that album, November. It is a spectacular album. So, but not to deter away from, again, the melding and the blend and the way that country and folk and rock and all that mix together so well. Here's the next one. It's the Wild Feathers with their debut self-titled album out now. As a matter of fact, as I'm recording this, they're performing, and I'm missing it in my state. They're down in Milwaukee. It's a 4-hour drive to get there. I don't think I'm going to make it, though. But again, it's a group of guys that got together. They all used to front their own bands, and they were like, I'm done with that. I want to kind of do a bigger, better thing. So they all got together, and instead of having 4 major egos, they decided to create a 4-headed monster. And again, it's just an amazing thing. So again, the Wild Feathers, check them out if you can. The name of the album is The Wild Feathers, and the name of this tune is The Ceiling. It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
Wood burning up on the hill, cedar drawer full of pills, and it's quiet like snow through the trees. Well, I did what I did, and I didn't mean anything. Where you come from and where you go, who you talk to and who you know when you're lying in fields of green. Well, I did what I did, and I didn't mean anything.
It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben
Always
Merritt.
interesting. I love the music. I like listening to all the new songs that they play.
Like us on Facebook.com/OTBP podcast and join the conversation.
You never need nobody. You never been alone. And I try to get your affection. And all I ever do is wrong. You could break a heart in your sleep. Yeah, the way you move makes a grown man weep. They all line up at your door, saying please, please, I can't take no more. Oh, you never need nobody. You never been alone. And I try to get your affection. All I ever do is wrong. You could calm a storm with your tone. Yeah, the way you sing makes the mockingbird hum. The grass you walk on gives way, saying please, please come back this way. You'll never need nobody. You've never been alone. And I try to get your affection. All I ever do is wrong. Give me your hottest fever, loudest scream in the crowd. And all of these good times can't change the way I feel about you now. Give me your hottest fever, loudest scream in the crowd. And all of these good times can't change the way I feel about you now. Now I know you got that smile. Yeah, the way it shines can drive a man half wild. I won't dance around us no more. I'm the only one you should smile for. Yeah, you'll never be alone. And I try to get your affection. All I ever do is and all I ever do is wrong.
Off the Beaten Path podcast, meet Ben Merritt. That was The Lone Below and their brand new tune, You Never Need Nobody. That's off the self-titled debut album. That's out now. Go get it. The last time I talked about them, the album wasn't available, and now it is, so go get it. Make sure you get yourself a copy of The Lone Below and You Never Need Nobody. Ben Merritt, again, taking you all the way through some brand new country music, some stuff you've probably never heard of before. That's why I'm here. Don't worry. I'll do all the research for you. I'll introduce you to the people you need to know about. Don't worry. That's why I'm here. So, again, thank you to Tony from Grace and Tony for stopping by and, well, just kind of opening up the world of punk grass and all that in talking about the band in general. Again, very cool dude. Very cool guy to talk to. And, man, it'd be horrible to have a older brother that is always holding 4 Grammys over your head. But it sounds like they have a great relationship. So, but again, very cool stuff. I'm a big fan of them. Check out Grace and Tony. The album November is amazing. So, but that's going to do it this week. Join us next week when we talk to a very awesome guest. And I'll swoon when we talk to him. We're going to talk to Kevin Galloway of Uncle Lucius. Looking forward to that, and have been looking forward to that for almost a year and a half now. So, very cool stuff. Stick around for next week when Uncle Lucius is here. Again, thank you to Tony from Grace and Tony. Thank you to you for being here and hanging out with me as well, because without you, honestly, this is going nowhere. This wouldn't have lasted this long. It wouldn't be going anywhere, and I don't know why I'd be doing it. So, again, thank you. Spreading the word at OTBP Podcast on Facebook, OTBP Podcast. On the website, otbppodcast.com. Like a lot of these musicians, I kind of nailed down the one thing that I wanted. So, actually, I just started an Instagram account, and I haven't done anything with it yet. So, hey, there you go. Follow us at OTBP Podcast on Instagram. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Instagram. I know I've got my 3 rules of Instagram that I have to follow, though. So I will find a way to do that for you here pretty quick, too. But again, that's going to do it for this week. Join us next week, Uncle Lucius. Thank you, and good night, or afternoon, or evening, or morning, or whenever you're listening to this. Bye.